Hi peepers, welcome to another Stitch with me and a book. Today's book is The Couple Upstairs by Shalini Boland. And we are stitching on Anna by Nora Corbett. So, I will start with The Couple Upstairs. And I will give you what the description is on Goodreads. First of all, it came out in September of 2021 by Bookatour. You can only get it on Kindle, I think. I'm not sure. I got it on Kindle from NetGalley and Bookatour. So this is a description. I should never have become friends with the couple upstairs. The first time I step inside this cozy apartment with its sash windows just minutes from the sea, I think it would be the perfect place for me and my partner Zach to start again. A chance to leave our troubled past behind. Chris and Vanessa, the couple upstairs, are so welcoming. Smiles, flowers, a home-baked cake. It's strange how he does all the talking and she seems so shy, but I'm just thrilled to have new friends nearby. But everything starts to go wrong. My business begins to crumble. I can't ignore the whispers at our housewarming party, and loud arguments from upstairs keep me awake at night. I can't sleep. I can't think straight, and I feel like someone is watching me in my own home. And then Zach comes home one afternoon, his face clenched with fury, and says he knows what's going on. He knows about my secret. He won't listen to me. He storms out, and I'm left in tears, completely devastated. Why has my life fallen apart since we moved here? Am I going mad? Or is someone trying to destroy us? If only I'd known what I know now. If only I hadn't trusted the couple upstairs. This is from the USA Today best-selling author Shalini Boland. Comes an absolutely heart-thumping psychological thriller with a twist you won't see coming. Perfect for fans of Girl on the Train, Gone Girl, and The Wife Between Us. Now let me say something about that sentence there. The Girl on the Train was the worst book I have ever read. So to compare this to that, no. And Gone Girl, I did not read it. I saw the movie. No. But The Wife Between Us, yes. Okay, so this is a prologue. I am going to read as much as I can in half an hour. Prologue. Icy rain streaks down my face. My pajamas are soaked through, clinging to my frozen skin. My throat is raw from screaming, fists bruised from battering the back door repeatedly to no avail. Let me in, I cry for the 100th time. Open the door, please. My voice is carried away on the moaning wind, drowned by the creak and swish of the trees. I curl my fingers into a fist once more and pound the wooden door. The flat within is dark. I don't even know if he's still in there. I can't work out which is worse. The thought that he's inside listening to my pleas, yet choosing to ignore them, or that he's left without telling me. A sharp crack of thunder judders through my bones. A flash of lightning as bright as daylight illuminates my reflection in the kitchen window. I look like a ghost, a specter of misery, hair plastered to my head, face pale as death, eyes wide. What should I do? What can I do? I step away from the back door and gaze up at the flat above. It too lies in darkness. But as I squint through the driving rain, I'm startled to make out a shape through one of the windows. A silhouette. Someone is staring down at me. Chapter 1. I take a deep breath and offer Zach the keys. Do you want to do the honors? He accepts them with a nervous grin and inserts the gold Chubb key into the lock, followed by the Yale into the slot above. I drink in the front of the property, our property, swooning over its gorgeous exterior, the mix of brick and white rendered facade, the wisteria around pale blue front door, the gravel drive, and mature trees. Even now, in the third week of September, with everything dying back, with the chilly rain and gray skies, it still feels magical. I catch a movement from one of the upstairs windows, a twitch of curtain, a shadow. It must be the people in the upstairs flat getting a sneaky look at us. They're new neighbors. The estate agent said they were a couple in their early 30s, same as us. Hopefully, they're nice. Zach was wary of buying a flat. He'd rather have had a small house in a not-so-nice area. Something about having neighbors in such close proximity put him off. But this place isn't like that. It's one big house split into 2 apartments. We've bought the downstairs flat, 15A Mistletoe Lane. Included is the front driveway, a large private rear garden, and a fantastic outbuilding, my new office and storeroom. The upstairs flat has its own entrance around the side and a private parking spot, but no garden. So even if the neighbors aren't our cup of tea, we'd barely have to see them. Obviously, it would be great if we all got on. Even better if we became friends. This feels like a fresh chapter for Zach's and my relationship. New place, new opportunities. A chance to leave the past behind us. It's exciting. Even from 3 roads back, I can hear the roar and pound of the waves. It thrills me to be this close to the beach. Zach wanted to be nearer to the town center, but I've always loved this part of the coastline, having spent time here as a child. Friars Cliff in Dorset is quiet without being boring. It's beautiful without being too much of a tourist trap. Zach's mom, Sandra, said that living by the sea is a con invented by estate agents, that it's always windy. The salt air wrecks the house and the sand gets everywhere. Not to mention the fact that your money doesn't get you half as much. But even though I love Sandra on this matter, I disagree with her 100%. To me, it's perfect. Everything I've always dreamed of. Nina, are you coming in then? Zach's warm brown eyes beckon. I realize I'm standing on the doorstep in a dream while Zach has already stepped into the hallway. Suddenly, I'm giddy with nerves and excitement. I can't wait to get inside, but I'm also a little anxious. The one and only time we saw the inside of the flat was 3 months ago, before we put in the offer. I knew we had to move fast to secure it. Property gets snapped up so quickly in this area. I hope it lives up to my memory. I follow Zach into the hallway. We walk into the living room on the right with its open fireplace and high ceilings. It's nice, he says, running a hand through his dark blonde hair and grinning at me. It's amazing. Come on. He reaches for my hand and pulls me back into the hallway and through to the other large room at the front of the house. Our bedroom. I twirl around, arms outstretched. Let's set up the bed first. Zach takes my hand and pulls me close, starts to kiss me. Or maybe we don't need the bed. My body responds, but I'm too impatient to see the rest of the flat to be seduced right now. Too distracted, I pull away gently. Later, I promise, and pull him out of the bedroom without checking his reaction, which I know will be disappointment. There's a small plain bathroom next door. Then at the back of the house are a good-sized second bedroom, a gorgeous dining room with front doors out to the garden, and finally a basic wooden kitchen. Not my taste, but we can change it. Okay, so if we're not going to Christian the bedroom right now, shall we start getting everything in? That's the thing about Zach. He doesn't stay down for long. He's a self-employed plumber and heating engineer, so luckily we've got his van to move our things from the rental flat. We don't own a lot of furniture, so it should only take a couple of trips. He's always super busy, but has managed to book a few days off for the move, and it's great to get to spend some time together, even if it has been somewhat hectic and stressful. Hello? We raise an eyebrow at one another before turning towards the sound of a man's voice, followed by a knock at the front door, which we must have left open. I run my fingers through my brown wavy hair and smooth a hand down my leaf print shirt and bottle green cargo pants. We leave the kitchen and I follow Zach into the hall where a tall, dark-haired man in jeans and a gray sweatshirt is peering through the front door, clutching a bottle of red wine. Hi, I give a tentative smile. He doesn't respond to me at all. Instead, he looks at Zach. Hello, just thought we'd pop down to say hi. We live upstairs at 15B. I'm Chris Jackson, and this is my wife, Vanessa. I smile again, trying to catch his eye. Is it still raining out there? Come in. It's so good to meet you. I'm Nina Davenport. This is my boyfriend, Zach Ainsworth. Chris gives me a fleeting glance and steps over the threshold. He's followed by a small woman with short, ash blonde hair. She's carrying a Tupperware box, holding it in front of her as if it were a bomb about to go off. Hi, Zach shakes Chris's hand. We all stand facing one another in the hallway, and it's ever so slightly awkward for a few seconds. This is for you. Chris steps forward and presents Zach with the bottle. Zach glances at the label. Very nice. Thanks, mate. Zach's more of a beer drinker, but it's a lovely gesture. Oh, and Ness made you a cake. Wow, thank you so much. I step forward and take the proffered Tupperware box from Vanessa. That's so kind. She gives me a brief, shy smile and rests a hand on her rounded stomach. Chris notices my gaze. Ness is 5 months pregnant. It's our first. We congratulate them before I remember my manners. Would you like to stay for a cuppa and a slice of your cake? I'll just have to grab the kettle and mugs from the van. I take a step in the direction of the front door. Thankfully, I packed a separate container with items I knew we'd need straight away. No, that's okay. We won't keep you, Chris says. Just wanted to say welcome, and if there's anything you need, please give us a knock. Our front door's round the side. Cheers, Zach replies. Likewise. The Jacksons wave goodbye and leave. Zach and I give one another a look. They seem okay. He walks into the kitchen and sets the wine bottle down on the counter. It was lovely of her to make a cake, and it's so nice that they are welcoming. Did you notice she didn't actually say anything? Chris did all the talking. Maybe she's shy. Shall we get the stuff in? We spend the next 2 hours unpacking the contents of the van before deciding to stop for a tea break. Zach and I gratefully dig into Vanessa's chocolate cake. It's so good, we polish off 2 slices each. Refueled, we make the final trip to our old flat, load up the rest of our belongings, and make the return journey to our new home. The first time I saw the place, I knew it was the one. Love at first sight. Can you say that about a property? Well, I can. After that first viewing, I was a goner. Unfortunately, Zach wasn't quite as certain. He needed to be wooed, to have the good features pointed out, to be reassured that the electrics could be upgraded, that the overgrown back garden could be tamed into a beautiful private oasis. that the original sash windows were a bonus. Who cared that the place might be drafty? No one wants to live in a sealed-in box, right? My wooing eventually paid off, and here we are after months of rejected offers and mortgage applications, of surveys and meetings with financial advisors, of trying to calm Zach as he asked if all this shit was worth it and why we couldn't just carry on renting. I despaired of Zach and I ever reaching this point. During the 5 years we've been together, he's always been a free spirit, an internal traveler, so to get him to commit to a mortgage was quite a big step, especially as he's never been great with money. He's definitely more responsible since becoming self-employed, but it's me who usually sorts out the financial side of things. I think Zach thought that working for himself would give him more freedom than it actually does. Who knows if he'll ever commit to marriage and babies? Good thing I'm not ready for that either. Not yet, anyway. Owning our own place has always been my dream. I thought we'd be renting forever. It's taken years of saving to get here, and even now, I can't believe it's actually happening. I keep expecting someone to come along and tell us it's all been an unfortunate mistake, and of course you don't own it. I try not to think about the size of our mortgage and our monthly repayments. No. Today, I'm going to enjoy the feeling that we've come this far all by ourselves. As the van trundles along, the wipers swishing back and forth, I let my mind drift towards the future, towards what this move means for me and Zach. Although I'm already 31, I feel like this right now is the start of my life. I'm going to be working from home on my startup online fashion store. I created my business just over a year ago, but I had to change the original name as it was too similar to a competitor's. There was some unpleasantness with them and they threatened to sue. It was stressful and horrible. Zach came up with the idea to rename my company Mistletoe Lane after our new street once we'd exchanged contracts on the flat. It was a total pain to change the name and branding, but I love the new image. It conjures up cozy vibes, luxury, and treating yourself, which is what my brand is all about. This is something I've been wanting to do for years, but it's only now starting to get off the ground, thanks to an investor who sees the potential in me and what I'm trying to do. It's all quirky, curated pieces made ethically and sustainably. I'm also trying to use up incoming new designers. I want it to feel fresh and new. Zach interrupts my thoughts. I think I ate too much of that chocolate cake. He changes gear and puts a hand on his stomach, which growls so loudly I can hear it over the engine. It was quite heavy. His mention of the cake has made me feel queasy. I take a breath. I'll be glad to get out of the van. I don't think the motion is helping. I don't feel too good, Nina. All of a sudden, Zach swerves into a lay-by. The driver in the car behind sounds his horn and throws us an angry glare as he drives past. Before I can ask if he's okay, Zach flings open his door and staggers out into the driving rain. He's now throwing up on the grass verge. Just watching him makes my stomach protest in sympathy. A hot flash of nausea sweeps over me. Oh no, I think I'm going to be joining him. I unclip my seatbelt and edge around the van to another area of grass where I'm violently sick. I can't remember ever feeling this bad, not even when I had gastroenteritis from a dodgy shrimp salad in Portugal a few years back. Ugh, why am I even thinking about that? Once I've stopped retching, I look over to see Zach staggering my way. What the hell was in that chocolate cake, he croaks. I shake my head and groan. Callie said there's a bug going around. Whatever it is, I feel bloody awful. Same. Zach puts a hand on my shoulder and we stare mournfully at one another as cars speed past and cold rain spatters down our faces. Of all the ways I imagined today going, this isn't one of them. Okay, we still have some time, so we're going to go on to chapter 2. It's been 2 days since Zach and I have been able to eat anything other than dry crackers. I'm trying not to take it as a bad omen about our new apartment. It's just one of those things. Bad timing. A story that one day we'll look back on and laugh about. But I feel so frustrated by what a waste of time this sickness bug has been. Zach's due to go back to work tomorrow, and we haven't even made a start on any of the things we said we were going to do, let alone tackle the unpacking. The unopened boxes in every room are just mocking me right now. I leave Zach sleeping, heave myself out of bed, and wobble into the bathroom for a shower. At least we've stopped throwing up. Hopefully we'll start to feel better soon. We can't be sure whether it was the Jackson's cake or a nasty stomach virus that's caused our sickness, but either way, I don't think I'll ever be able to look a chocolate cake in the face again. As the hot water pounds my body and sluices through my hair, I hear the faint sound of a doorbell. I think it's ours, but can't be certain. The immediate thought is to turn off the shower, grab a towel, and answer it, but the water feels so good, so reviving. Maybe Zach will get the door. I stand under the jets for a few more seconds before reluctantly turning them off and reaching for my towel. I crack open the bathroom door and listen. A draft sweeps down the hall from the open front door, making my skin turn to goose flesh. "Mom," Zach's voice is still groggy with sleep. "Sorry, love, did I wake you? How are you feeling? I've come to give you a hand." I relax my shoulders. It's Sandra. Zach texted her yesterday to say we're ill and not to come round for lunch as arranged, but it looks like she's turned up anyway. I rearrange my towel, open the bathroom door, and step into the hallway to greet her. "Nina, love, how are you?" "I'm so sorry you've been feeling poorly." Sandra looks up at me from beneath her blonde, windswept hair, her soft features pulled into a concerned frown. "Hi, Sandra. It's lovely to see you. Sorry we didn't get anything in for lunch." "Don't be daft. I brought you round some clear soup and picked up something from the pharmacy to help settle your stomachs." She waves a couple of carrier bags at me and Zach, then pushes the front door closed behind her. The air settles. It's blowing a gale out there. Summer is well and truly over. I nip back into the bedroom to get dressed in joggers and a sweatshirt, while Zach takes a shower. Then I join Sandra in the small kitchen, where she's already started unpacking boxes. "You don't have to do that," I gesture uselessly as Sandra unwraps mugs and plates, setting them down on the counter. "I want to," she insists. "I've cleaned out these 2 cupboards, so I'll start putting things away." "Thank you. You're so kind." I was actually looking forward to finding a home for all our things myself, but right now I don't have an ounce of energy, so it's lovely to have Zach's mom take over. Sandra's what I think of as a proper mom. She's warm and friendly, a hugger, a nurturer. I can't help comparing her with my mother, who's more polished and considered. Aloof, I guess you'd say. Mom loves her family, but she holds back, concerned with how she comes across. It makes me wonder what I'd be like as a mother. Zach eventually joins Sandra and me in the kitchen, where she's already warming up soup in a pan she brought with her. I think this is the first time I've felt hungry since we were ill. Zach leans back against the counter. "That smells great, Mom." "It really does," I add. "Not too much room in here," Sandra comments on the 3 of us squished into the compact space. She looks up from the cooker. but the view through the window is nice. I think you might have a few fruit trees out there. Looks like plums, pears, and apples. Lovely. You'll have to get that grass cut, Zach. You can borrow my mower if you like. That's if the rain ever stops. Have you met any of the neighbors yet? I tell her about our visit from Chris and Vanessa upstairs. I make a mental note to do something reciprocal once Zach and I are better. It would be great if the four of us could become friends. I have hopeful visions of us sharing fun dinner parties and summer barbecues. We think it might have been their cake that made us sick, Zach adds. I shouldn't think so. Sandra takes 2 clean bowls from one of her bags and starts ladling out the soup. It's probably that bug that's going around. I hope you don't catch it, Sandra. Maybe you shouldn't have come over. I'm tough as old boots, never catch anything. Mom's right, she's never ill. I take one of the bowls from Sandra. Well, if it really is a bug, I hope we didn't give it to the neighbors. Vanessa from upstairs is pregnant. Is she? That's nice. You'll have a little one up there. Hope you've got thick ceilings, Sandra chuckles. I remember you used to scream your head off all night, Zach, then sleep all day. It was terrible. Sorry about that, Mom. He gives her a cheeky grin. Never be sorry about that. You were my little treasure. Zach's dad left Sandra while she was pregnant, so it's always just been the 2 of them. So now you've brought a home. When are you 2 planning on having kids? I want grandchildren while I'm young enough to enjoy them. I hope Sandra's question doesn't send Zach screaming for the hills. He's already jittery about commitment. I don't look at either of them in the hope that the question will somehow fade away. Give us a break, Mom. We've only just moved in. Sandra tucks and hands Zach his soup. No kitchen table. Maybe you could fit a couple of stools in here. She glances around. Maybe not. We've got a dining room. Zach tips his head, indicating the room next door. We troop through, and Zach and I sit at the white table that's much too small and modern for such a grand room. Oh, it's lovely in here, Sandra coos, wandering around the room. Look at that fireplace. You'll make use of that this winter. Looks like it's going to be a cold one, and this place is quite drafty. It's not that bad, I reply. No, but once winter sets in, you'll notice it's much colder than your last flat. There's a lot to be said for double glazing. I know Sandra has our best interests at heart, but I can't help feeling protective over our new pad. While we eat our soup, I can feel the energy returning to my body. This is absolutely delicious, Sandra. Mom's magic soup. Sandra ruffles Zach's hair before dropping a kiss on his head. The doorbell chimes. Who can that be on a Sunday? She frowns. I go to stand up, but Sandra holds out a hand. Finish your soup, love. I'll get it. She bustles off towards the front door. Thank goodness for your mom. You don't mind her coming over, do you? Zach asks. I know she can be a bit much sometimes. No, of course not. She's lovely. You feeling any better? Loads. Zach puts down his spoon. He's already finished his bowl. Who do you think's at the door? We twist around trying to listen. Sandra returns. Another set of neighbors, she mouths from next door. She points left. Shall I tell them to come back another time? Looks like they've brought you some flowers. I get to my feet. No, it's okay. We'll go and say a quick hello. I don't want to appear rude, and I'm pleased the neighbors are being so welcoming. It's nice that the neighborhood is just as perfect as I'd hoped it would be. Zach rolls his eyes. I give him a look and lower my voice. It's better to say hi now, then we can relax. Sandra puts a hand on her son's shoulder and fixes me with a firm look. Zach's right, love. Let me tell them to come back another time. I adore Zach's mom, but she can be overprotective at times. It's fine, Sandra. I'd rather we introduced ourselves now. I drop my gaze to Zach. You stay here if you don't feel up to it. He drops his shoulders. No, it's okay. I'll come. Zach follows me to the front door where a couple in their 50s are standing on the doorstep. Hello. The woman is small, brunette, and fidgety. We just popped over to welcome you to the neighborhood. I'm Tricia Middleton, and this is my husband, Rob. Rob nods and smiles. He's wearing cycling gear, carrying a helmet in one hand and a bottle of cava in the other. Brought you some bubbly to celebrate your new pad. Tricia also hands me a bouquet of yellow and white flowers. These smell gorgeous, thank you. How kind. I know I should invite them in, but the place is a mess and I still feel pretty out of it. I can tell Zach is still quite woozy too. Have you met Vanessa and Chris from upstairs yet? Tricia asks. She's a sweet girl. Quiet though. They're having a baby. She's about 5 months pregnant now. And there's Miriam Lindstrom on the other side of you. She's in her 80s. Still got all her marbles. Very independent is Marian, if a little on the gloomy side. She's not that bad, Rob chips in. And then you've got Barry and Sue immediately opposite. Tricia points to a mock two-door house on the other side of the tree-lined avenue. And Mr. Linklater lives next to them in the bungalow. Poor man lost his wife last year, so we've all been rallying round. Tricia rattles off more names, but I can't take them all in. The street is wide, the houses separated out, not squished together like the previous road we lived in, and the abundant greenery gives it all a lush feel. Rob must notice our glazed expressions. They don't need to know everyone in the whole neighborhood, Trish. Let them settle in first. I'm just giving them the lowdown so they feel more settled. I don't think we caught your names. She turns to Zach. Sandra, who opened the door, that's your mom, right? Yeah, she's just visiting. I'm Zach, and this is my girlfriend, Nina. Lovely. Well, like I said to your mom, Zach, we are just next door, so if you need anything, just knock. I'm a social worker, so I work all hours. Rob's a project manager at J.P. Morgan. Our street has a WhatsApp group, so if you let me have your mobile numbers, I can add you both. You okay? Rob asks me. You look very pale. We know how stressful moving can be, Tricia adds. Thanks, I reply. We're just getting over a stomach bug. It hit us on moving in day, so we've been too wiped out to do anything. That's bad luck. Rob's brow crinkles with concern. Tricia takes a step backwards onto the driveway. A stomach bug? Oh, you poor things. Well, we'll leave you in peace. She wipes her hands down the sides of her jeans and ushers her husband away. Hope you feel better soon, Rob calls over his shoulder. Thanks again for the flowers and the wine, Zach calls after them, but they've already disappeared back out onto the street. And that's that for this book. So, my review was 5 stars. Absolutely love this. So Nina and Zach move into the downstairs flat. It is just what Nina wanted. The upstairs neighbors, Vanessa and Chris, seemed okay at first. Vanessa made them the chocolate cake to say hi, but was it a coincidence they became ill right after, or is there something going around? Nina has her own business, and she works from home, and things are going great. Then all of a sudden, things are not so great for her, and her business isn't doing so well. Vanessa is quiet, and Nina can hardly get her out of her own apartment. And when she does, Vanessa is very quiet. Chris, on the other hand, can't seem to mind his own business and rubs Nina the wrong way. Slamming noises at night and fights during the day worries Nina, but Zach doesn't seem to believe her. So Shalini Boland is one of those authors that I must read when they come out, and this book is just as good as her other books. And the twists at the end will have you gasping and going, oh my gosh. Yeah. Run to your laptop, to your phone, type in Amazon, or just click that link down below in the description. I do have an Amazon affiliate. That is the link for it. Awesome, awesome book. Came out last September, so it's been out for quite a while. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that it makes you want to go get the book. It is a psychological thriller, just to let you know. And oh my gosh, it was absolutely a great book. So that is it for today, and I will talk to y'all later. Love you guys. Bye-bye.